with the Gophers this year. Obviously, the top two are Rodney Williams and Trevor Rodney. Both of them are seniors this year. So, Dan, I just wanted to ask you, leading off, where do you think Rodney and Trevor are going to end up in the NBA draft? Obviously, it's early. There's a lot of games to be played. But if the draft were to happen today, where would they end up?
I think if we're focusing on Trevor first, before he got his knee injury last season, I think he would have been a first-round pick. So, or mid to late first-round pick. So I think you can expect to see the same kind of spot for him to fall, as long as he performs in the Big Ten. I feel like he brings an athleticism and kind of a defensive presence that teams look for, and I think that'll be reflective if he can kind of dominate the Big Ten as he was expected to do last season before tearing his knee up.
I agree with that, and he's the Big Ten 2010-11 rebounding champion, and that doesn't happen by default. That's something where he's shown that he can definitely compete with the best in college basketball, and I think he'll be able to compete with, the mediocre in the NBA at least with the knee that he's working on right now. I think Rodney's actually he's flying under the radar in my opinion, because I feel like he's one of the guys that everyone knows he's going to go in the NBA. Everyone knows he's got the athleticism. He's the one who sparks the crowd in Williams Arena every game. But I think he's the best fit to actually go to the NBA because of his style. He's more like a Kevin Durant type player. He doesn't have the shot, obviously, that Kevin Durant does, but he's able to he's more of a wing player. He's a guy that can get around, move, he can avoid people, and he can make defenders, miss, essentially. It's more, but he's the type of guy that can get to the rim, move without the ball, and if he develops a jump shot like he is this year, I think he could easily make a paycheck in the NBA year in and year out.
I agree. I think you got to look at him as more of a second-round pick, kind of someone GMs are going to take a flyer on. You did mention all those skills he possesses, but I mean, I feel like those skills are kind of a dime a dozen with that in terms of wing players. His athleticism is off the charts, and I think that's what's going to be his biggest draw in the NBA. GMs love to take flyers on just big, huge, athletic guys, and I think Rodney provides that. However, I think he's shown through the first three seasons with the Gophers, he has a hard time creating his own shot. He struggles to dribble the basketball sometimes, and I think that's going to affect his draft stock as well. He's shown that he does flourish at the 4 this year. I mean, in the back half of last season as well, but he's going to need to cut it as a 3 in the NBA. There's no way he plays the 4 in the NBA.